In the meandering conversations of Tankespan with Helena Roth, I riff a lot about mellanrummet, the in-between, the space in between. And this is what I'm welcoming you to right here. I have decided to put a little bit of a pause before starting season 4 of those meandering conversations. But in the meantime, I didn't want you to go without anything in this feed. So here is me reading a blog post of mine. This blog post and a lot of other blog posts you can find over on tankesbjörn.com. Enjoy. Procrastination, published as a blog post, first time September 14th, 2022, on tankesbjörn.com. Procrastination, the action of delaying or postponing something. From Latin, procrastinare, pro, forward, with crastinus, till next day, from cras, tomorrow. Starting off with a bit from Anti-Fragile by Nassim Nicholas Taleb, quote, "Few understand that procrastination is our natural defense, letting things take care of themselves and exercise their anti-fragility. It results from some ecologic or naturalistic wisdom and is not always bad. At an existential level, it is my body rebelling against its entrapment. It is my soul fighting the procrustean bed of modernity. Granted, in the modern world, my tax return is not going to take care of itself. But by delaying a non-vital visit to a doctor or deferring the writing of a passage until my body tells me that I'm ready for it, I may be using a very potent naturalistic filter. I write only if I feel like it, and only on a subject I feel like writing about. And the reader is no fool. So I use procrastination as a message from my inner self and my deep evolutionary past to resist interventionism in my writing. Yet some psychologists and behavioral economists seem to think that procrastination is a disease to be remedied and cured." End quote. I read this and went, wait, hey, what? Thinking back, I'm guilty as charged, having only ever looked at procrastination with scorn, disgust, dread, flagging it to be the culprit of tight or even more horribly missed deadlines, of unchecked to-dos, endless lists written and never attended to. And add to that my worst sin, tardiness, which I must admit I'm only now realizing has a large factor of procrastination in it. "I'm just gonna" is one of the most common phrases out of my mouth. Ask my children, they will verify it. Habitually postponing the next step in favor of what I'm doing right now. In the mornings, I want to write, read, do my Wim Hof breathing rounds, 3 sets, and my morning 7, before I feel properly ready to meet the world. If I don't exercise some proper discipline, not only do I not write, not read, I spend the time scrolling my social media feed, getting ready to do my Wim Hof around the time when I should be getting dressed to have breakfast in order to meet whatever appointment deadline I'm ignoring. This has me doing my breathing 7 and getting dressed, often skipping breakfast and biking like a mad woman across town, arriving, winded and sweating, a few minutes after the fact. I am not proud of this, but I just cannot seem to shake the habit. Procrastinating like hell. I'm just gonna do this, that, and the other thing before I get down to business and get myself to whatever is scheduled. So when I read, seem to think that procrastination is a disease to be remedied and cured, I went, wait, hey, what? You mean it may not be? What's the message for me in this? What is it I am not doing that would make me stop procrastinating? Or rather, what would have me use the procrastination as a message, a signal, information to me about the way I schedule my days, my weeks, the way I'm keeping myself from doing some things I truly want to do? Or do I? Is that the message? Avoiding what? There are so many layers to this, layers I'm eager to lift up, explore and study, scrutinize and learn from. What serves me? Doesn't serve me? When does or doesn't it? How can I find ways of being in the world that doesn't have me waste the time of others having to wait for me before getting on with it, while at the same time grant myself a life of less meddling? So many questions. Impossible or not to answer. What is procrastination to you?